Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you're coming back, thanks so much for returning to us. Today I'm going to do a video all about kind of like green fashion and ways and tips kind of that I would recommend for you to kind of implement a more green lifestyle when you're consuming fashion and making choices as a consumer. So this is a topic that's like near and dear to my heart because I have done like quite a lot of research. I took climate law in college, and I feel like the things that I've learned and the more that I learn about, you know, carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere and the heating of the earth and the differences that we have made even within the last 5 years are just crazy. The fashion industry is something that really heavily contributes to the global warming crisis that we're living through. I feel like a lot of people don't really realise how much of an effect clothes in landfill and landfill sites in general, but have on the environment, and the amount of CO2 levels that are actually released by landfill sites. And with the modern age of like online shopping and all of the online shopping and clothes websites that constantly offer like 50% off and like all these deals and tokens, I feel like there's so much fast fashion happening and it's just contributing so much to landfill sites, and so much clothes are just being wasted and materials being wasted. Like, we're also accustomed to and used to buying cheap clothes that aren't good quality and like you plan on wearing once for one night or one event. So if you're interested, I'm going to talk about 2 ways to kind of shop for secondhand clothing, my tips and things that I've learned. I'm quite new to this whole world, to be honest, as well. I'm not going to pretend that I'm like a pro or that I've like been shopping secondhand my whole life. I haven't at all. I've just recently, in the last I would say in the last year, I've just decided that I'm going to make more of a conscious effort to try and reduce the amount of clothing that I buy that is contributing to landfill and waste. Just waste clothing is kind of the way that I would see it. I used to be such a sucker for all of the like Pretty Little Thing and like misguided deals and like all their promotions and everything, and I feel like at the moment as well it's a really big thing because all those websites are running like loungewear offers and they're coming out with all these loungewear collections because obviously everyone's in quarantine. But if you can, I would really strongly urge you to resist falling for these deals and these fads, because realistically, like, these are clothes you do not need and you're never going to wear once quarantine's over. There's also just no need to like contribute to the fast fashion industry for something that you're literally not even planning on ever wearing outside your house. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, that kind of turned into a bit of a lecture and I didn't mean it to at all, but I just wanted to kind of like give a good introduction to this video so everyone knows where I'm coming from, and like, I'm in no way looking down on anyone that does engage in purchasing big hauls and like online shopping. Like, we all do it, we're all suckers for it. But even if like people watch this video and we're like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna maybe think about it more the next time I order a bunch of stuff and just be a little bit more conscious about what we're contributing and what we're putting out. I think I'm gonna make this kind of like a little series because I have got 2 more videos in mind already. Some other ideas that I'm like brainstorming, but nothing set in stone yet, so stay tuned. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it didn't come across preachy at the start or anything like that. I was just trying to kind of like put a basis of where this is all coming from and yeah, let you all know where my mindset is. Actually, I might talk about Depop first because I feel like it's super topical at the moment because obviously everyone's stuck in their houses, so loads of people are going through wardrobes and doing massive clear outs and stuff. So Depop actually has some gorge bits on at the moment, and like, you can literally get stuff that's brand new. Most stuff on it has only been worn once, and there's a lot of stuff on there that still has the tags on, so like technically speaking it's not even secondhand, like it's just recycled. I feel like secondhand clothing freaks some people out. I have no problem wearing something once it's clean that other people have worn. I don't do secondhand shoes, for me that's too far, but pretty much like anything else, like jackets, coats, and then clothing. I also don't think I do secondhand swimwear, not gonna lie. That's just one thing I just wouldn't do. I see a lot of people selling bikinis and stuff on Depop, and like, for me it's just a no. But if you're comfortable with that, definitely go for it. So my tips for Depop would be, number 1, know what you're looking for. So look through your wardrobe and be like, okay, this is like a specific thing that I'd really like to have in my wardrobe, and then go on and look exactly for it. Or if you're like following bloggers or fashion pages and you see stuff that you're inspired by, literally like go on to Depop and search, be super specific and search for exactly what you're looking for. I have found a really good way to find exactly what you're looking for is to actually follow links and like browse on websites like Boohoo and Pretty Little Thing. You learn kind of like the lingo of the clothes that you like and what they're like, what each style is particularly called, and then you can transfer that and literally type in like what the thing is called on Boohoo into your search bar on Depop, and then all that sort of style of dresses will come up, because most sellers do actually use kind of like what the piece of clothing was called on the original website or on the original tag from the place they purchased it. So yeah, I would definitely say go on to like official shop websites, places that the style you're looking for is kind of inspired by, and then pick up some keywords to use in your search bar. So for example, like last week I saw this super pretty dress Charlene Murphy actually posted on her Instagram. I was like, oh my god, that's stunning, and I was looking at it on Boohoo, but I decided to do, as I was saying, I decided to do 2020 when January came. I was like, my one New Year's resolution is going to be, I'm going to try and not order any clothes online for the whole year and just see how it goes, because I feel like as I was saying earlier, I'm just such a sucker for like all those online clothing website deals, and I always end up sending most of it back anyway. So I just decided, and I haven't ordered anything yet so far. This is excluding Depop because I don't think Depop counts because it's literally recycled clothing. So anyway, yeah, I looked up, I followed Charlene's link for it, read the thing, and it was called like embroidery, I think that's how you pronounce it, dress. So I typed that into the search bar in Depop, and literally the exact dress off Boohoo came up, and like it was like 30 quid on Boohoo and I got it for a tenner on Depop, and the girl sent it down to me in a matter of days. I was like, this is like literally brilliant. I think she wore it once, like it looks brand new, it just doesn't have the tags. I'll actually show it to you because it's so cute. So this is it. It's kind of hard to show on camera because it's long, but it's like, imagine like a little t-shirt with these little puffy sleeves, and this is the design. So I think this type of fabric is called broidery fabric, and so they have tons of dresses like this for sale online at the moment. I think it's definitely like the style of the summer. I feel like it's always a style of the summer, to be honest. But anyway, that's like the bottom of the dress. So it's like a t-shirt, a little t-shirt kind of mini dress. And it's just so cute. And I was like, oh my god. But I wasn't going to break my New Year's resolution just for one dress. So delighted. I literally got it on Depop. So yeah, as I was saying, like that's a really good trick to just kind of go on the website and take the keyword. My next tip would be, oh yeah, for Depop, always message the seller before you buy anything. If they haven't put up a photo of them either wearing the piece that you want to buy, or like just a physical photo of the piece in person, like on the floor or something, ask them, do they have a photo of the item in real life? Because if the only thing on their Depop is like screenshots of websites and like clothes websites of the thing originally for sale on the website, then I feel like that's sketchy. They may not actually have it in person, and they might be trying to scam you. And like, I hate to be untrustworthy, but I do know people that have got scammed off Depop, and I just think you need to be careful with like who you give your money to. So I would always just drop a text to the person before I buy anything, and just be like, hey, is it okay? Even if they have photos up of the thing, I'll always text them and be like, hey, is it okay if I buy this? Do you know how much shipping is going to be? Just ask like one or two questions, and people are so nice, like they don't mind at all. And then I feel like you get the vibe straight away off someone if you think that they're like dodgy, or if you think that they're genuinely like a nice person. So yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys like one or two bits. I'm obviously not going to show you everything that I've ever bought on secondhand, but I was just going to show you like bits that I've gotten really recently. Oh, and actually this, guys, oh my god, I forgot to say, this top is off Depop. Hang on, I'll stand up so you can see it properly. Isn't she so cute? It's off Zara, and I just think it's from Zara off Depop. I just think it's very me, very my style. But this lovely girl literally posted it to me, and I'm pretty sure she wore it once. It's in perfect condition, and I just think it's so cute. I'm really excited to have somewhere to wear it. Okay, so I'm just going to show two other bits. So this is definitely a personal favorite of mine. It's brand new, like it's literally, okay, this is a very Zara themed video. It's literally still got the tag on it. So it was originally €20, and it's basically just a little skirt, but it's actually a skirt, which I love. So underneath like the frilly layer of the skirt there is actually this little pair of shorts, which we love to see. I absolutely love skirts because I love mini skirts, but I'm always so self-conscious that my bum is hanging out, so skirts are the way to go, especially during summer if you're not wearing tights. Yeah, this was literally €8 I think. Anyway, so yeah, that was absolutely stunning. Was delighted with that. And then one more thing that I think I could get away with, I was thinking, I kind of bought this with festivals in mind. I thought maybe I'd wear it to college in the winter with tights, but I don't know, I never end up wearing it. I think it's just a little on the short side for college. It's the top skirt. So this is I feel like a lot of people have this skirt. I personally love it. I love pink, obviously, and pink is like my favorite color ever. But I love pink like checkered things. I think they're so cute, and this is just adorable. So I probably won't get wear out of this summer, unfortunately, because I do think it's way too short to wear without tights. And I was thinking I would wear it to a festival with like biker shorts underneath, just like white biker shorts, but they aren't happening this summer, girls. But it's fine, it's fine. So anyway, that was under a tenner as well. Everything that I've shown you today was under a tenner. So yeah, I'm just like, you literally can't go wrong. And like, there's always going to be someone selling something that you think is cute. And I think as well with like, recently with like 90s trends kind of coming back, there is so much like vintage 90s bits, but they're not like vintage prices that you would find in like a proper vintage store in town. They're just like, it's stuff people found in their attics that they just threw up, and like, it's so like, some of it's cute and like it's such good value, so definitely check it out. Now the second thing I wanted to talk about was just charity shop shopping and thrift shopping. So secondhand clothes buying in person. This is where I think people get a little discouraged, and where I think Depop really comes in handy, because Depop, like, you don't have to physically root through all the like shit, and you can literally narrow your search in just a search bar and scroll around. So if charity shop shopping isn't your thing, just stick with Depop. That's totally grand. So you need to be in the mood to go charity shop shopping, so do not go, because it'll put a bad taste in your mouth. If you're tired, hungry, in a bad mood, just don't even bother, because like, the shops are chaotic. Most of the time they're chaotic, they're messy, they're not very well organized. Now my advice would be, don't hit shops that are in the middle of the city centre, because if they're in like a heavy flow of pedestrian traffic, obviously all the good stuff's just gonna be gone. Like, people see it in the window and it's whipped out of there in no time. I recommend going more in the suburbs, so just outside the big cities. And this sounds kind of bad, but like, not in a bad way, but pick a nice area, a well-off areas, because the charity shops in well-off areas have all the nice, like, they've got the goods, girl. They have like good bits, because the people who live there are like donating good bits. So I remember when I was in Boston, I was living in Boston for a month doing an internship there, and I was just a little low on like officey clothes, and I looked up on Google Maps. I was like, after work one day, I got the subway out of the main part of the city to kind of like, I didn't go far, like a handful of stops on the T, and went to a Goodwill's that was actually just a little bit outside the city, and it was in a really nice area. I ended up getting like so much really nice bits to wear to the office, and like everything was under $5. I remember I got 2 suit skirts to wear, and I remember I also got, oh my god, one of the best things I've ever bought in a charity shop was 100%, it's 100% silk emerald green shirt. It's really authentic, like, it's definitely from like the 90s. It's got literal shoulder pads in it. Like, they're not super dramatic, but like it's got little foam shoulder pads. It's stunning. Long sleeve suit with all the buttons on it are like coated in silk. Oh my god, it's so pretty, and it was less than $5. I remember as well, oh yeah, but that's my other point. When you're going charity shop shopping, I find that the only times I've ever actually gotten stuff that I was happy with is when I went in with an agenda, and I was like, I'm looking for this one thing, I'll check that one rail and then I'm leaving, because I'm not gonna like engage in browsing all this random stuff. So yeah, I like, that day I went in looking for office skirts and maybe an office blouse, and I got so much good stuff. And then another day I was going to a Red Sox game in Boston, and I was like, okay, I'd love to have like a t-shirt, a Red Sox t-shirt, something to wear to the game, or I don't know, just something. But I wasn't about to spend like 50 quid on like a brand new official merch, because like I'm not a sports fan. So I was like, this is gonna be, it's like, this is gonna be turned into a pajama t-shirt as soon as after the game. Like I'm never gonna wear it outside again. So I went in, and literally behind the counter the woman had like a big display of all these like official sports tops and caps and just loads of different merch, and she had like loads of like vintage Nike stuff as well. It was class. And I was literally like, oh my god, there's a Red Sox t-shirt. I was like, is that for sale? $5. I was like, oh my god, what? Like, so I really do feel like that's a piece of advice, is to go in with an agenda, a mission. Okay, my final 2 tips for charity shop shopping are, one, and I know this is kind of like icky because it's secondhand clothing and you might want to wash it before you wear it, but if at all possible, try it on before you buy it, because I've been in situations before where it looks great on the hanger and then you try it on and you realize that, oh, there's actually like, there's a small like stain here, or like there's a rip here or something, and you're like, this makes sense why this is here now, but you might not necessarily spot it just on the hanger. And then lastly, always ask if there's anything. Ask the girl at the counter, like, oh, like if you're looking for something specific, ask them like, did you guys by any chance get any of these in recently? Because they have so much stock out the back that like deliveries and stuff that they just don't have space for on the floor, and you know, like they want to sell the stuff, they're not holding on to it for any specific reasons. So there's absolutely no harm in doing that, and I'd really recommend doing it, because it is the type of place that like, it's just such a jumble of random stuff that odds are they actually might have one down the back that just isn't on the floor. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks for buying secondhand clothing, and kind of like trying to just reduce your carbon footprint a little bit and be a little bit more eco-friendly when you're trying to keep up with all the trends. I will say my last tip for both Depop and charity shops is just like, don't be discouraged by the fact that it's secondhand. Like, don't let the stigma, I feel like in Ireland especially, there's a really bad stigma around charity shops and like buying clothes from charity shops and secondhand clothes. People almost look down on it, I think, in a way, unless you're like a full-on hipster. People are like, oh, that's, I don't know, I just feel like there's a stigma and that it's completely ridiculous. There's absolutely nothing wrong with buying secondhand clothes. To be honest, everyone should be doing it. It's a brilliant thing to do, and yeah, just have fun with it. It's such a good crack, like rooting around, and the stuff you find is so random. So yeah, I hope that I've inspired some of you to have, obviously at the moment Depop is our only option because the stores aren't open, but have a little browse on Depop, and yeah, let me know what you guys find. Bye!